Black smoke as multiple boats went up in flames at Crandon Park Marina.
Welcome back, everyone. As a retired fire chief, I've seen a lot of things. And on a boat, there's one thing that scares me more than anything else, and that's a faulty electrical connection. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've come across faulty twist lock connectors burnt and degraded from the heat of a poor connection. Add a saltwater environment to the mix, and the traditional twist lock connector is a recipe for disaster. In fact, when I started researching SmartPlug products, I came across a report from an insurer that showed that 57% of all boat losses are the result of electrical fires, and the leading cause of those electrical fires are the result of a faulty shoreline connection. That's a staggering number, and that's why I'm sold on the SmartPlug system. It's not just about a better connection, it's peace of mind. SmartPlug has a few major advantages. The straight pin design has 20 times more electrical contact area than a traditional twist lock, which reduces resistance, heat buildup, and the potential for arcing. The push-in design, which is a simple click, makes it 1,000 times easier to use. No more fumbling in the dark trying to get those pins to align. Plus, it features multiple weatherproof seals to protect the pins from dirt, moisture, and corrosion. This is a major advantage in a marine environment where saltwater and humidity can quickly degrade connections. As you can probably tell, I'm a fan of their product, and I appreciate that it's made in the USA, but I have a recommendation for the folks over at SmartPlug, and that is to stand behind your product. As you'll see in this video, internal pieces were broken, so I filed a warranty claim and provided them with pictures. And let's be honest, these parts probably cost pennies on the dollar, but after waiting a week for a response, they emailed me and said I needed to buy a repair kit. The kit cost $90, which is twice as much as an entirely new traditional twist lock connection. They mentioned the internal components have been redesigned, which tells me there's a known issue. In my opinion, they could build a stronger and more loyal customer base by simply sending the broken part, or at the bare minimum, offering an aggressive discount. I was a bit disappointed in the experience, but my confidence in their product's design and safety remains strong. So today, we're going to unbox the new SmartPlug connector, and I'm going to walk you through the entire installation process step by step. All right, with the introduction out of the way, let's go. I'm excited to have a SmartPlug on this boat, but only one of the two 125 volt 30 amp inputs are the SmartPlug. So I want to convert this one, but today what I'm doing is we've got an internal rebuild kit on it. So I got a rebuild kit and I'll work on that now. The cost of the cord with the SmartPlug was outside my budget, so I simply cut the end off of a more economical cord and saved myself about $100 per unit. Boy, it makes me nervous to cut a brand new cord. It's in good shape, but here's the female end, just confirming that I have a female smart connector. And so I'll go ahead and cut this off. This is a shorter cord, only 12 foot because I'm stern too, and I wanted to keep it tidy as possible. I'll keep extra lengths on the boat, so if I go to another marina where it's further away, I can extend it. But just for the everyday operation, I like it being a little bit shorter. Looking, I wish I would have left this longer so I could use this end if I had to, and you know, for spare parts I could keep it, but I've cut it so close that it's probably not reusable because there's not enough of a nub here. All right, it's going to come back about 1.5 inches. So without any AC running, it's really warm in here, so you're probably going to see sweat running down my arms. There we go. Now we got them exposed, and now I have to anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch expose these. I just used a screwdriver to dig out this gasket here. I guess it has a little bit of adhesive on the back end, but just so you'll know, you will tear that gasket out trying to get it. It's not incredibly brittle, but if you grab it with anything like pliers or try to get under it with a screwdriver, you will see that it's going to break. The gasket comes out because there are 3 Phillips head screws that are keeping this housing on, and they are hidden behind that gasket. Glad to see there's no corrosion because they're backing out easily. All right, let's see if I got it. Yep, there we go. Okay, we got to push these 2 ends. There we go. All right, now everything's exposed. That's what we need. I see some broken parts down here. So we have a couple pieces of plastic, and I don't have replacements for any of this, so well, let's see how this goes, because I may be missing some parts. All right, it's 2 days later, and I have the replacement plug in, the female side. So if you remember from the previous video, I had some of these clips were broken off here on the back, so it prevented me from finishing the rebuild kit. So I just went ahead and got an all new one, and I'm hoping I can warranty this one out with SmartPlug and just keep it as extra. And I'm also going to replace the other 125 volt system I have, because I have two coming in for 220. One of them's a SmartPlug and the other one's traditional. So let's work on the unboxing here. Or I've actually already taken it out, but we'll get it ready to be installed. All right, there we go. That's what the brand new one looks like. Not a lot of differences. Much like the other one, the first thing I need to do is get this gasket out of here to expose the 3 screws. And actually they're not even installed, so yeah, there we go. These are the clips that broke on the other one. And it looks like they've upgraded them because they fold out. I don't remember them doing that on the other one. As usual with most of my projects, I got ahead of myself, and yeah, I forgot to put this on. So there's no way for that to slip. So I got a slip on here. And I used the soap to put this fitting on the other day, and that soap's already dried, so I need to see if I can get some soap under here so this will slide back a little bit further. New to this one that I don't see on the other one, again, it may be because it's broken, are these screws that latch on to the cable. I don't see that providing a ton of strength, but I guess any little bit helps keeping it connected. Even I wonder how much I could tighten this before I pop these little plastic ears. So I don't want to go too much. All right, let's see where we're at here. I'm gonna just put another coat of the soap on there, and I am realizing another damn mistake. I think I should have pushed this from the other side. All right, let me try again. Third time's a charm. All right, we're trying this all again. The soap goes pretty fast, so you have to reapply it multiple times. So let's push it into here. Let's see, that's it. Super simple. I'll make sure there's not another level. Yeah, that's good. All right. So now what we do is we use this to help push through. More soap. It's gonna be nice and clean. All right, here we go. And just like that. Didn't use ton of soap, and yeah, it's pretty hard to get through that right now. All right, now let me reconnect these. All right, for the third time, I'm reconnecting the wires. Getting faster each time. It's hard to work because I have soap all over my hands. And I'm doing this at a unique position because I'm trying to film what I'm doing. And that's what I do like about it having the clear plastic, is I can take a look and make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. But I cut these exactly as they said, 1.5 inches on the outer insulation, and on the actual wires to peel back anywhere from 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. All right, will I have to take this off a 4th time? Time will tell. I'm running out of parts, so I should be done. I'm getting these very snug, but without going extreme on them. I certainly don't want to, I certainly don't want to break anything. All right, back to this clamp. Go back and forth until it's snug and I start seeing any flexion of this plastic ears. I think this part could be engineered just a little bit better. I'm not sure what you would do. It seems really weak, and this is what was broken in my previous one. So everything else is very robust and well made. All right, let's take a look here. Let's push this forward. Didn't have as much soap as I probably should, but here we go. Look at that. We have a smart connector, so I just have to get these last 3 screws in here. That looks great. Very well made. Really excited about this. Little peace of mind that I won't have any fires from any electrical arcing or sparking from my connector. Yeah, they're not grabbing. All right, let me figure this out. Not too sure what I was doing wrong, but what I did do is, so you got 2 on the, actually this is the bottom, 2 on the bottom and then 1 up top. So I backed that last one out and came in here and got this one. And just got a couple evolutions of the turn and then made sure the other 2 caught before I start tightening them. Not sure why it didn't line up, but we're good now. And after this, the last thing I need to do is put the gasket in and we're ready to plug in. All right, here's the last piece that we need to install. Use this screwdriver here to seat it down well. Yeah. There we go. We have 1 smart connector ready to go. First thing we're going to do is connect up to my adapter at the shore. And then we have this coupling for weather protection. I noticed that the last time it only grabs a couple of threads. Let's see. Yeah, wish it would grab a few more, but this should keep it weather tight. Okay. All right. Let's come on to the boat. Here's my smart connection. I already heard a bunch of stuff turning on, and one of the things that another channel talked about was this little lip right here. If you see that, it actually sits right here, and that's what helps it lock it in even more. So yeah, that's really, really firm connection. So we're going to replace this one next. Parts are in, I just don't have time to work on it right now. All right, well, I just removed the 30 amp 125 traditional twist lock connector, and I have this exposed. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't come out. One, they've siliconed the hell out of it, and number 2 is it's got this fitting that's on the back side to keep it waterproof back here, which is a nice design, but I had to loosen up some screws to get it out. So let's see. I forgot my drill today. I'm hoping the screw holes line up, but I'm not betting on it, so we'll see. I get deep into these projects and forget to record. So when I put this, I got it all connected, and I can get about 2 holes to line up perfectly. The 3rd one I can make it go, but the 4th one it definitely doesn't fit, so I needed to drill them out. I already have. These were quite a bit smaller, so I drilled them out about 3 sizes bigger. I'm going to backfill it with epoxy, but what I'm doing right now is I got a step bit. See right here, I'm going to put this on, and that'll help you see with all that splintering you see in the gel coat. Like it looks really bad right here. That's what causes all these cracks, or what I've read that's caused these cracks. So I will go through and shave those just a little bit to kind of give that a smoother edge, so it doesn't, any stress from the screw doesn't cause additional cracks in the gel coat. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tape on the back side, and then I'm gonna mix some epoxy. I know it's probably gonna kick really fast because it's in the high 90s right now. And I have slow hardener and fast hardener, and the slow hardener can take a while, and I need to get this finished today. So I'm gonna work in really small batches and work really fast and see if I can backfill them. I'm also gonna put some of the silica in there so that I can get it into a paste so it'll stay inside these holes better. Then I'll drill the correct size for the screw. Again, I forgot to record, but I've backfilled these screws with epoxy, and just as I suspected, it's kicking really quick. I got it as smooth as I could, trying not to get anywhere that I don't want it, but yet keep a flat surface. And then once this is
secured. I'll give it probably, once it gets hard, give it another 30-45 minutes, and then I'll drill it out, and then I'll be done with that project. Another item I'm gonna do, this is just saran wrap. Give it a nice flat surface. It's not wanting to stay, the wind's getting under it. Let's see if that'll stay for just a little bit. I'm going to keep it nice and flat, and I'll peel that off here shortly. Yeah, still a little tacky. That's interesting because I use the fast hardener. Alright, so we're finally dry, but what I did do is when I pulled that saran wrap off, it took a little bit with it, and so it's not flush anymore. So I don't think it's a big problem. It's not going to stop me from moving forward, but I would have liked to keep it flush, and that was a result of me pulling it off too early. So I pulled some epoxy with it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this project is a 2. The system looks good, and as I've mentioned numerous times, there's peace of mind knowing that I've done everything I can to prevent issues related to the shore power connections. I'm not sponsored by SmartPlug, nor did they provide me with any other products or discounts to make this video. However, if they need someone to test and review their ELCI sensor and breaker combo, I'd be happy to oblige. Thanks for watching to the end and following my journey, one adventure at a time. If you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Stay tuned next week when I nearly lose a finger trying to install the autopilot display and we finally install the boat decals. That's it for this video. Alright, I'll see you next week.